If you've been scrolling through endless listings, comparing wattages, battery capacities, and price tags, and you still aren't sure which portable power station actually makes sense for the way you live, this review is going to clear that up. I've spent a few weekends digging into how the Apex 300 fits into daily life, reading the handful of buyer comments that are out there, and testing a few scenarios that matter to real users. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the big question people ask is, do I really need a 764Wh unit, or am I just paying for a bigger battery I'll never touch? The answer really depends on three things: how you plan to use it, how often you'll need it, and what you expect it to power when the grid goes out. The Apex 300 is positioned as an all-in-one solution for homeowners, RV campers, and anyone who wants a little extra security during storms. It's not a tiny 300-watt backup you toss in a backpack. It's a full-size, portable generator that can run a fridge, a few AC tools, and even a small air conditioner simultaneously. Let's talk about the real-world setup. Imagine you live in a region that gets severe weather a few times a year. When a storm knocks out your power, you have a fridge, a few lights, a router, and maybe a medical device that can't go off. The Apex 300's 3840W continuous output and 7680W surge capacity mean you can plug the fridge, a couple of LED strips, and a small inverter heater into the same unit without tripping a breaker. The built-in UPS feature kicks in instantly 0 milliseconds, so you won't notice a hiccup when the main line drops. That's a level of peace of mind you simply can't get from a standard power bank. Now picture an RV road trip. You've got a 30-amp shore power hookup at most campgrounds, but you still want the freedom to pull away from the hookup and keep the microwave, a portable heater, and a TV running. The Apex's dual-voltage capability 120V and 240V lets you power both typical household appliances and the heavier loads you'd expect in a mobile home. You can charge the station from the RV's alternator while you drive, then use the stored energy to run the air conditioner on a hot summer night. For people who love off-grid camping but don't want to lug a noisy gasoline generator, this is a practical compromise. If you're a homeowner who just wants a backup for occasional outages, you might wonder whether the 764Wh worth the price tag. A typical refrigerator draws about 150W when running, so you could keep it powered for roughly 18 hours on a single charge. That's enough to tide you over most short blackouts. The real value shows up when you add a solar array. The Apex can accept up to 1/600W of solar input, meaning you can replenish most of its capacity in a half-day of good sun. For someone who already has a small solar panel kit, plugging it into the Apex turns a one-time purchase into a renewable backup system. Who should buy it? If you own a medium-sized RV, run a home office that can't afford downtime, or live in an area with frequent, multi-hour outages, the Apex 300 hits a sweet spot. It gives you the freedom to run essential appliances and a few comforts without needing a separate generator and charger. The fact that it uses a lithium iron phosphate (LFP) battery also means you won't have to worry about the memory effect or thermal runaway that can plague older lead-acid units. Who should skip it? If your power needs are limited to charging phones, laptops, and maybe a single 100W lamp, you're overpaying. In that case, a smaller, cheaper power bank would do the job. Also, if you're looking for a portable unit that you can easily lift into a backpack for day hikes, the Apex is far too heavy at nearly 60 pounds. It's more of a small wagon than a backpack accessory. Finally, if you rely exclusively on a generator for power and don't plan to use solar, the faster recharge rates are less compelling, and you might find a more traditional generator cheaper. Let's dig into the practical strengths. The first thing users notice is the flexibility of charging options. You can plug the Apex into a wall outlet, a 12V car socket, a generator, or a solar panel. The wall charger tops out at about 800W, so you can get a full charge in roughly 3 to 4 hours if you have a 120V outlet. The solar option, as mentioned, can fill it up much faster on a sunny day. That multi-input design means you're not locked into a single method, and you can adapt to the resources you have on hand. Another strong point is the start simple, scale smart concept. The Apex 300 is designed to be the first unit in a modular system. If you later decide you need more capacity, you can stack additional Apex units together without having to buy it completely.